Hey there. Okay, it's the day after my long and emotional tutorial last night. Megan asked me what made me want to adopt, and that totally threw me off my game. And I sort of just started rambling after that. So I just wanted to apologize for not being very clear. That's really not something I should probably talk about while I'm doing makeup and a live Facebook tutorial, but I am going to blog about it because it's an excellent question and one that I get asked all the time. And if there's anyone in my life that is even considering it, I want to be support for you, and I want to shine some light on the subject. So I'm going to blog about it. You can find my blog at my website, which is brand new, and I'm very excited about it. So please go visit so it looks like it actually exists. And it's called ladylightmakeup.com. So you can buy products from there. There's a product purchase button that will take you to the LimeLight section. And then there's a portfolio of some work that I've done, as well as my blog. So please take a look at that. And I'm gonna wait for, you know what, I'm not gonna wait for anybody to pop on. Y'all can watch this later. I'm gonna get started because Jim told me yesterday, excuse me, he said, you should do like a soccer mom Saturday morning look. That's what he told me to do last night. And I asked him, is soccer like in season right now? Is that something that people are going to do tomorrow morning? I don't know, because I don't allow my children to play sports that I'm not interested in. It's really not about them. And so anyway, they all left to go to a parade in Bandera, which is known for its parades. And I thought, well, if I was going to go to the parade, they all left me because I was taking too long to get ready. That may have been intentional. Anyway, I was like, oh, well, this is the makeup I would have done for a parade. A morning activity, sitting around watching sports or at a parade or something like that. And I've been dying to try the candy apple red that I told y'all Kaiten hates. So I have some orange on in my headband, got the orange hunter's hat in the background. I'm gonna try to bring that all together. So thanks, babe, you're the only one watching, so it was a great idea. Yeah. All right, also yesterday when I spoke with Melissa, we started talking about the need for all of your makeup to be in one little thing that you can grab and go. So obviously lip gloss and mascara are not going to fit in here, but I rearranged my blush palette so that everything fits in here. I have foundation, concealer, setting powder, bronzer, blush. This is also a primer for eyeshadow. This is a shimmer for the corners and wherever I might need shimmer. This is going to be a crease color as well as brow color, and then this is that brow bone color that I like so much. So I'm going to try to make this a really quick little look where I just bounce around in this one palette and close her up, and that's it. Of course you can add more palettes. I've got dozens of them laying around here, but to have everything you need for a quick makeup in one, I think is just priceless. Okay, so also I reduced everything down to just these items. So this would easily fit inside of a little pencil bag or inside of a little cup. Have 4 brushes. These are the 4, like, as Melissa and I were talking yesterday, I was like, you know, these are the ones that you really just have to have. You probably already have a blush brush, but you could actually use this one for everything. So this little brush is amazing for foundation. This one is the little precision brush. This one is my scalpel cheese slicer, super razor thin eyeliner, which also I do brows with. And then this is just a regular eyeshadow brush. So if you can't afford our brush set, and you have just 4 to buy, these are the ones I would recommend. Some of these are really, really inexpensive too, so worth considering. And then these are the other items. You do not have to have a lip liner, but I really like having a lip liner. Okay, so 7 items loose, 1 palette. Here we go. Somebody time me. Lee, can you time me? Can you set a timer on your phone? I would love to know how long this really takes. Oh, and I was going to start with Must Do. So I wanted kind of a light look. I don't want a heavy foundation look, so I'm going to put some oil on my face first. This is our Palmarosa oil, or almost something. Palmarose and safflower oil. It smells heavenly. And I've heard it does really amazing things for people with oily skin. I don't have oily skin, so it really, for me, it's just a moisturizer. Hi, Maricela. All right, just a light coverage. Not trying to cover every little flaw. So making lots of circles here as opposed to back and forth motions. Circles one direction and circles the other direction. If you have any kind of texture to your skin, that's really going to make a big difference in getting a smooth finish and really filling in pores. I don't have any texture to my skin anymore thanks to our skincare, which we'll be talking about next week. My skin is very smooth, it just has a lot of discoloration. Hi, Carolyn. I've been thinking about you. I haven't heard from you, and I haven't reached out, but I have been thinking about you. And I sent you an invitation to an event I'm doing in Austin. For those of you, Maricela, Lee, I'm doing a it's like a little shopping thing at my friend's house that sells LuLaRoe. There's some other vendors there, and her house is amazing, and it's just like the most magical place to be. And I'm going to be there doing some makeup demos, so you can try this stuff on your face if you want to. Concealer, 2 fingers, right here. All right, eyes. Very little of this because I'm not doing full eyeshadow, so I don't want a ton of primer on my eyes, but the concealer works as a primer, so it's a double duty product, which is awesome. All right, and you know what? I do have to use a blush brush. I showed you those 4 brushes and told you this one would work for everything, but not for setting powder, so I lied. I'm going to use a blush brush. This is going to make it all totally set and waterproof, literally waterproof. I don't know if y'all saw the summer I did a video before I was doing LimeLight, actually, with Erin, who is my sponsor, and we went to the river one day and we swam all day, and anyway, we did our makeup before and then we showed an after, and no change. Totally waterproof, and yet very, very wearable. There's no cracking, there's no dry feeling. Okay, same brush, bronzer. See how much faster this goes when you have everything in one palette. So here's the trick with the one palette thing. You can't, as a customer, go in and buy a 6-well empty blush palette. You'd have to actually buy 6 blushes to go in it, which would be quite costly, and unless you're a makeup artist, you really don't need 6 blushes, unless you're a makeup lover. Just a tiny bit of this down the side of my nose. I don't want it to be too glowy. If you make any mistakes, just go back with your foundation brush and it'll blend. What was I saying? Gosh dang it. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, any comments? Hearts? Come on, guys. Wake up. You've had coffee. Hi, Julie. Hi, Jaja. Okay, brows. Because, wow. I cannot wait to go get my microblade done. You know what? Before I do brows, I'm going to do the other eyeshadow colors, because if I put those eyeshadow colors right here after I've done my brows, a little bit of that light color is going to stick to them, and then they're going to be lighter than I wanted them. So it's better if you do those kind of last. I'm going to take that soft pink and just brighten up my brow and inside here a little bit. A little bit of the, this is actually number 46, not number 40. They're very, very similar, but they do have a difference. And I'm finding that I like number 46 a little bit better on my brows. Now, typically, eyeshadow is one of those things that I used to just skip on a quick makeup day. I would not even worry about it, just slap some mascara on. But I find that the older I get, the more discoloration I have in my eyes, and the looser my lids are getting and kind of sagging a little bit. So I do feel like it's worth a little bit of extra time to make sure that there's no competition on my eyelid with my eyeballs. Does that make sense? So it used to not be worth the time to do it because it just didn't really make a big enough difference on a super quick, easy, sporty makeup day. But now it does because I'm getting old. Okay. Brow. Oh, well, a little bit of shimmer. Over the lid, and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Right here. And then over the lid. There we go. Just a little bit. Now the brows. Sorry. And drag my liner brush through there a little bit. Start under, up, and down. You get your basic shape first. If you try to do it slow, you're going to screw it up, I have found. Unless you're really adept at this and you don't need my help. And then I'm going to take what's there and kind of push it up. This is the power of really blendable, creamy shadows with lots of pigment. They will move wherever you want them, and they're very blendable. All right, there's one. The other one's always so much harder. I'm not applying a lot of pressure when I do this. If I mess up, I'd like to be able to just take my finger and fix the mistakes. All right. I did not do blush earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and go back and do that now. I like to use this one for blush. Right on the apples. Okay. Mascara, and then I'm going to try the Candy Apple Red. We'll see if it's, I told everybody last night that my daughter, she's 7, tried it on, and she was so excited because we got a new lip color, and she knows all of them very well. She has her favorites. So she tried it on, and like 5 minutes later she came back, and I know it didn't take her 5 minutes, so she was standing there staring at herself, contemplating the look, and she came back and she was like, "This is not my color. How do I get it off?" It was hilarious. And then Georgia comes in, she's like, "I bet I can wear it." And she could. But you know what? Georgia is much more pale. And Kaiten has a lot of her dad's kind of naturally almost Indian tan, a lot of orange color in her skin, where Georgie and I are just kind of pale pink people. And truly the color really did look better on Georgie's pale skin. I'm not suggesting that your 6 and 7-year-old should wear lipstick. But in this house, makeup is something we talk about a lot. I'm not real proud of that, but it is totally true. All right, no families. Be a homewrecker when it comes to your lashes. I see families. They must go. There we go. Much better. Okay, here it comes. I'm gonna do liner. I told everybody last night that I was so disappointed when this new candy apple color was announced, because I just thought it was hideously ugly. An orangey red is just kind of always been something makeup artists have stayed away from. We're always pushing the blue based red, but I should trust this company. They really know what they're talking about, and I've seen so many pictures of people wearing this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. So I'm going to try it. I'll let y'all be the judge. That's exactly what I tell people not to do when I'm doing their makeup. Don't open your mouth and try to help me put on your lipstick. Just be still. But it's when you're doing your own, the rules change. Okay. Now, since I'm trying to do this with only these products, I'm gonna go in and just use my finger and kind of push in any little stray areas where it's not. What do you think? I'm not sure. When I smile, I like the contrast on my teeth. Doesn't that look really pretty? I like the way it makes my teeth look white. Which I guess when you're talking and you're animated, that's kind of the goal. The whiteness of your teeth makes the whites of your eyes look brighter, which makes your iris really show up more and gives it lots of punch. So, can I get some hearts? Is anyone still watching? Did I lose you all? I know, it's early. Well, it's early for me. Anyway, okay. Here we go. Parade makeup. Not going to a parade, but if I was, I would be ready. Yeah, I'm gonna give this some thought. I'm gonna wear it all day, see what my kids think. They'll tell me the truth. And I think I might need a little bit more blush to pull this off. Okay, I'm happy with it. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a happy Saturday. Ciao.